This is problem 24 of chapter 11. It's a simulation example. So what we have is a person that's drawing cards. They're face down, but let's see. I'm going to sort of draw a little picture in my head. So I'm going to draw the cards this way. So we have 5 cards, and they're supposed to be, they're supposed to be face down. So one's an ace. Let's say one's a king. One's a queen. One's a jack. And one's a 10. 10 of hearts, because we love math. Okay, so the component is just drawing one card. Okay, but this is the interesting thing is the outcome is really the money. Okay, so the outcomes are, let's see if I can fit this in. So the outcomes would be an ace on the first draw, ace on the second draw, ace on the third, that's a 3, draw, and then an ace on the fourth, draw, and then finally an ace on the fifth, draw. Okay, so the outcomes here, this is $100, $50, what's next? 20 and 10 and 5. Okay? So the outcomes are kind of different. You have to kind of think through it. So let's see. I'm going to use single digit numbers. I'm just going to say this is like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to ignore 5 to 9. Okay, so these would be my assignments. Alright, so here I'm going to say for the trial description, I'm going to say we will use one-digit numbers, or I should say random numbers, one-digit random numbers to represent the cards according to the assignments above. Okay, we will pick numbers. We'll draw or generate numbers. Until we get an ace card. Okay, so let's see. The one thing that's very important that we need to say here is that we will skip. So we will skip repeats. Oops. So if a number comes up, like if we pick a king on the first draw, then we can't get a king on the second draw. So we'll have to ignore repeats. Okay, so the response variable will be the amount of money the customer wins. For one trial. Okay, so remember, this is for the trial. For a trial. Okay, so I think we're good to go. And then what is the average cost? So they actually tell us. So what we're going to do here when we're done is we're going to calculate an average. That's going to be our statistic. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. How quickly we can do this. What would my notation be? So let's say we use an A for an ace, an N for not an ace, and I for ignore. Okay, and an S for a skip, to be real thorough. So a 5, we're looking for a 0. So we get a 5, so that's not an ace. A 6, maybe I should use a slash. I'm going to cheat. I'm changing my mind here. Did I say ignore? Maybe I should just say a slash. I'm going to take advantage of my tool here and just say slash. So skip a 4. Wait, I really messed up because a 5 is also a skip. I'm just going from 0 to 4. So I apologize for that, but it happens. So I'm going to skip a 5. I'm going to skip a 6, and a 4 is not an ace. It's a card, but it's not an ace. Not an ace. Skip, or ignore, skip. Okay, ignore, skip, ignore, skip. A 2 is not an ace. Let's see. Skip, ignore, ignore, and then we finally get a 0. Okay, so it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we could have assumed that. So we get $5. A little clumsy. Let's see if I can do a better job this time through. So I think I should use a slash here too. It's okay to use a slash. So skip, skip, ace. Hey, we won $100. We're gonna party tonight. Okay, so let's do, that would be trial 2. So now trial 3, we skip, not an ace, and we get an ace. So that would be $50. I'm running out of room. Okay, now not an ace, not an ace, not an ace, not an ace, and then an ace. So that's, we're back to $5. Okay, and then let's see. Not an ace, ignore or skip, ignore, not an ace, ace. So this time it's 3, so that was $20. So where are we at? This trial 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was trial 5. So let's see. I think I messed up that 1. So not an ace, not an ace, ignore, 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 ace. So $20 again. T6. So I'm only going to do a few more, but I might as well go to 10. It'll be easy. So ignore, 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 ace. So $100 again. So this was T7, $100. So I'm getting a little sloppy here. So over here I'm going to write 5, 100, 50, 20, 20, and 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I skip one? 5, 100, 50. I don't think I put this one down. 1, 2. This was just a 5. I missed it. There we go. Okay, 3 more. Ignore, 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 ignore. Not a ace. Ignore, ignore, not a ace. Skip, skip, skip. Not a ace. Ignore, 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 ignore. Skip. Ignore. 4, not a ace. So then we go all the way till we see a 0. Bam, right there. So it's $5. That was T8. Okay, so $5. So now T9 is ignore, 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 not a ace, ignore, ace. So that would be $50. And then finally, not a ace, ace. So T10 is $50. Ace. Okay, so 50. So a little bit sloppy, but I have an excuse. I have an electronic pen that's hard to use. So this would be, I'm going to add these up, 15 and a 1. So let's see, 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 10 more is 20. So it looks like a 2, so 405. So 405 divided by 10 is 40.5. Okay, so according to the simulation, we expect the customer to win on average $40.50. Okay, that's sorry it's a little bit sloppy, but that's how you do this problem. Good luck.